Hi, this is Jared Polak, and this is another awesome podcast with entree results. And it begins with a tragic story. Many of us, at some point in our business and some point in our career, have been guilty of this tragedy. But like most tragedies, this starts out with a happy beginning. You are in the business world and you receive a qualified referral, which is a great thing. You feel good about it. You're excited about the referral. And then as you gather the information from the referral, you go back to your normal daily routine and life gets busy. You get distracted with got-a-minute interruptions. You get distracted with your email. Next thing you know, maybe you're doing a project for a client. And the day goes quickly by and you don't follow up. And so you say the first thing in the next morning, I'll do it. But the next morning wakes up, maybe one of your kiddos is sick, things happen, things get busy again. Next thing you know, it's the end of the second day. You keep pushing that follow-up for the referral off. You push the follow-up, and next thing you know, it's 4 or 5 or 6 days later, and you had a very qualified, hot referral ready to go, and next thing you know, it is very cold. This is a tragedy that is all too familiar with many people in the business community. And I was looking at the Business Networking International site, and there was a blogger that made 2 really good points about follow-up. And one was this. He says, think about your own situation. You need a product or service. You're seeking info, pricing, or whatever from a supplier or a business that you want to do business with. How do you feel about that particular supplier if they never get back to you? You know, what kind of ill will happens in the marketplace when you don't follow up or you don't follow up quickly? Second point he made, he says, when I give out a referral, so if he gives out referrals to other people, I always follow up with my friends, and surprisingly and unfortunately sometimes find that professional follow-up by someone doesn't happen. And so what I do is oftentimes, despite the person I referred still having a need, they do not want me ever to get that person to contact them again. And what does that make me feel about giving referrals to that person and putting my reputation at stake again? And so on the other side of it, how much does that damage your long-term referral sources if you don't follow up with the referrals they give you? It puts their reputation at stake and they become less likely to refer. So 3 action steps that I kind of came up with, and we could go over much more than these 3 action steps. Follow up immediately. I know this is sort of the simple answer, but just follow up right away. Do it right then and there. If not, within 24 hours, at the very least, within 48 hours. Number 2, and this could be a whole nother podcast, a whole nother talk, follow up. Have a system for follow up. So essentially, one little email or one little call, that's probably not going to necessarily cut it. There needs to be a strategy or a process for how many times you're going to follow up. And I think it does matter on the size of the business for your specific company, or, kind of having your own process. So think, how many times are you willing to follow up? What does that look like? Is it combination of email? Is it combination of email, call, text message? What does that look like for you? Have that in mind to prepare for referrals. And the third thing is, if someone refers you business, this is a best practice. Keep that person up to date about kind of what happened with that referral. People want to know, hey, I followed up, I didn't get a hold of them, or I followed up, we have a meeting set. Just keep people aware of where you're at in the process. I know some of this might seem rather basic and simple, but really to do the simple things consistently is what's going to produce great results. In close to this podcast, I just want to emphasize that the fortune, one more time, the fortune is in the follow-up. Have a better than amazing day.